Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today, we're heading into Cloud Town, actually. We're looking at the story of Singy, a cloud dealing with self-doubt and finding her own voice.
Mm-hmm. And this came from a listener request, right? About authentic expression.
Exactly. I've got some great source material covering the lead-up to their big annual event, the Voice of the Clouds concert. It really zeroes in on Singy.
And it sets up this really interesting tension, I think. You have this character who wants to express herself, but maybe not in the way everyone expects.
Right. So let's talk about Singy. Our sources describe her as just, well, full of enthusiasm, always bursting into song.
Yeah, whenever the wind's picked up, apparently.
Whenever the wind's picked up. But, okay, her pitch, maybe not always spot on.
A little inconsistent, perhaps.
A little inconsistent, yeah. But for her, it wasn't about perfection. Singing was just joy, pure feeling.
Which is relatable, isn't it? That gap between, pure passion and maybe technical skill, it doesn't diminish the personal value.
Not at all. And this passion leads her to decide she wants to perform a solo at the Voice of the Clouds concert. A big deal in Cloud Town.
And not just any solo, a personal piece, Storm Song.
Mm-hmm, Storm Song. So, putting herself out there, really vulnerable, especially given her, let's call it, unconventional style.
Definitely ups the stakes. A solo performance is exposing anyway, but a personal song adds another layer entirely.
So she has a rehearsal.
Yeah.
And the reaction? Well, it wasn't great.
Understatement.
Yeah, maybe a bit. Sources say sheer shock, awkward looks, people whispering things like,
oh, I remember reading this. Was it, is she really going to sing live?
That, and even, is this a concert or a storm warning? Ouch.
Wow. Yeah, that would hit hard. You can just imagine how that would shake her confidence.
Totally. Doubt just creeps in, she nearly pulled out.
That's understandable. External validation, or the lack of it, can be crushing.
But then her friend, Toby, steps in, and he said something really key. Something like, it's all right if your singing isn't perfect.
Yeah. What matters is that it's heartfelt.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Your voice carries warmth and emotion, and that's what truly moves people.
Such a good point. It's not always about hitting every single note perfectly.
It's a perspective shift, isn't it? Reframing success away from technical perfection towards emotional impact.
Yeah.
And that support from a friend is crucial.
Definitely. And Toby didn't stop there. He actually rounded up some other friends. Snory, Puffy, Teary.
The sleeping cloud, the jokester, the crying cloud. An interesting ensemble.
Right. To create special effects for her performance. And their goal wasn't about making it technically perfect or achieving precision. It was about sincerity.
So they weren't trying to fix her singing. They were leaning into her unique style, amplifying the feeling of it.
Precisely. Supporting her authenticity, not trying to change it.
That's a powerful form of collaboration.
Yeah.
Embracing the vulnerability and building something around it.
So concert night comes. Singy gets up there, still off-key, the sources note, but she's singing Storm Song with this huge smile.
And the audience. Initially, silence. Just stunned silence. Probably remembering the rehearsal, maybe bracing themselves.
You can imagine the tension.
But then it changes. It shifts from silence to thunderous applause.
Really? So they got it.
They got it. They were moved. Our sources say they were touched by her courage and authenticity.
That's fascinating. It wasn't the perfect notes. It was the genuine heart behind it. The vulnerability, the courage. That's what connected.
Absolutely. Her heartfelt performance completely won them over, imperfections and all.
It really shows that sometimes that raw, genuine emotion can resonate far more deeply than, technically flawless, but maybe sterile execution.
So thinking about you, our listener, always digging for insights and those aha moments, Singy's story kind of offers one, doesn't it?
It suggests that vulnerability, putting yourself out there, even when you're not perfect, can actually be a real strength, a powerful way to connect.
Yeah, it's a different lens on performance, on expression, even on self-acceptance, maybe.
Which leads to a thought, perhaps. What other parts of life, maybe your work or relationships, could be, enriched by prioritizing that kind of heartfelt sincerity over trying to achieve flawless execution all the time?
That's a great question to ponder. Where else does good enough plus genuine heart actually win? Definitely something to think about.
Yeah.